going? I'm Nick Gerard. Welcome to another episode of Rescue Chef. Tonight we are going to be making buttermilk pancakes. Now this is perfect for a Saturday morning. It goes hand in hand with Saturday morning cartoons, although tonight we're having it for dinner. That's right, there's no rules. Who says you have to have breakfast at breakfast? We're having breakfast for dinner tonight, so stick with me. It's going to be fun. Alright, so what we're going to do first is we're going to mix our dry ingredients and then our wet ingredients separately. So in this bowl right here, what I have is 2 cups of flour. I'm just using an all-purpose flour here. To that, we're going to add 6 teaspoons of baking powder. That's what's going to give it the rise. And I have 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just make sure that that gets incorporated. Some people actually sift this all together. You can do that. You don't have to do it. It's not necessary. As far as I'm concerned, whisking it with a metal whisk like this is going to pretty much do just about the same thing. Okay, so that's our dry ingredients. We're going to go ahead and set that aside. In our big bowl here, we're going to mix this is about 2 1/4, 2 1/2 cups of buttermilk. Okay, that's going down. Now I like to use buttermilk because it gives an amazing flavor. It's got a lot of acidity that it's indescribable. Okay, you can use milk if you don't have buttermilk, but I prefer the buttermilk to just regular milk. To that, I've got 2 eggs in there, 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Don't skip that part. A lot of recipes omit that, and I'm telling you, you definitely don't want to do that. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of white granulated sugar. Okay, we're going to be making sweet pancakes here. 1 tablespoon of just your standard canola oil or vegetable oil if you have it. Okay. Boom. Last but not least, this is another one of those things that we add just to that little, what is that? It's going to be about 1/2 cap of vanilla extract. I have the clear vanilla extract. You can use dark if you have dark. It doesn't really matter. Tell you what, one more thing I'm going to add in here. It's just going to give it that extra little pump. If you've got any, ground nutmeg. Just a small little dash. Okay, just like that. That's all you need. Okay. Mix this real well. Incorporate that. Make sure your egg's beaten real nicely. Now this is where you add your dry to your wet. Okay. You could do this ahead of time if you wanted to. Make that the night before. Mix your dry ahead of time. That could sit for a couple days if you needed to. As soon as you do what I just did, mix your dry with your wet. Now it's active and now you need to use it. Okay. Again, we're not going to over mix. We just want to slowly incorporate this so we don't make a mess. And all we're doing is folding. Okay. You're still going to see some lumps in there, and that's okay. We don't mind about that. Most people will just beat their batter until they don't see any lumps and it's smooth. Some people even put it in the blender. I think you lose a lot. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're just going to incorporate it just like that. We're going to let this sit for 20 minutes. That's going to let it rest, and then we're going to make some amazing pancakes. Alright, so it's been about 20-25 minutes, and this is what the batter looks like. It's starting to get a little frothy and bubbly on the top. It actually starts to expand a little bit. That's exactly what we want. It's rested, it's perfect, it's ready to go. Over here, I've got a griddle. If you don't have one of these, it's totally fine. Just use a non-stick pan. I've got a little bit of knob of butter over here, and I just keep rubbing just so that you get that extra butter flavor and it helps the pancake not to stick. Obviously you got your spatula. I've got a pan here lined with some parchment paper just for easy cleanup. And I preset my oven just to warm about 150, 170 degrees. That way we can throw them all in and we can all eat as a family. Let's get started. So what I do is I don't try not to disturb the batter too much. I just kind of get in there with one scoop and lay it down. Okay, it may not look perfect at first. That's okay. We are not trying to do uniform production line type stuff here. We're just want it to be homemade. All right. Fight the tendency and the urge to touch it at this point. Okay, this is really, you just want to let it be. It's going to continue to expand all by itself, and after a couple of minutes, you'll see we'll be able to flip it. It'll be a nice golden brown on the other side. All right, you can kind of see that the pancakes are bubbling on the sides. Okay. This is what we're looking for. We are just about ready to flip. Let's go ahead and take a look, take a peek. Perfect. That, my friends, is beautiful harmony mixed together with eggs, buttermilk, and flour. At this point, if you guys wanted to add like blueberries or raisins, or some people put chocolate chips, before you flip it, that's when you drop it in. Don't mix it in your batter, because then they get all beat up and everything. Go ahead and drop them in individually into each cake. All right, we're going to give this another 30 seconds or so on this side, and then these guys will be just about finished. All right, so you finished up all the pancakes. All you do is dress with a little bit of butter, powdered sugar, some blueberries, drizzle it with a little bit of syrup. We're going to go see how the kids like it. What do you think, Eli? Tell me, is it kid approved? All right, there you go, guys. Thanks for another edition of Rescue Chef. Tell you what, make it easy, make it delicious, make it tonight. I'll see you guys next time.